one thing I certainly can say that in computer vision, it's always more difficult than you think it is. So it's like you are fooled by yourself, because like you look around and you see people, and you see cars, and you see objects, and these things, like if you see a ball going across the road, that okay, a child or a dog might follow, and it's so trivial. Anybody can do that, right? And you're fooling yourself, thinking that, oh yeah, then a computer, must be easy to program a computer, but it's incredibly hard, right? And almost impossible. I mean, the general case of like if something a little bit more complicated happens, like a ball, or especially something a little bit new, then that kind of, I think they call it general AI. That's not there yet, right? And it's sometimes really frustrating. Or it's for outsiders, it's frustrating that the AI community can't do those things yet. And so that's a general thing, that things are much harder than one would think naively.
I'll go back to when I started at CMU. So in this big, the 97 demo, like I was saying before, so when they restricted the GPS, the accuracy of the GPS, at that time when it ended, it was kind of a letdown, because we said, okay, we did this, now what? And we showed what we could do, but it wasn't good enough to really have an automated vehicle. And you're thinking to yourself, well, okay, now what? And it was up to the government to take off that restriction, which you wouldn't have known, right? But it's up to a government to make policies and change. So when they took off that restriction, automatically we got 10 times the accuracy. And then who knew that the cell phones came out? And the cell phones were such a big change. So, and then the map system became a lot better at that. And so with the accuracy of the GPS, with the more satellites that are up there that we're using, the Russian satellites and the US satellites in conjunction, and with the phones, with the cell towers and all that we can locate our vehicle a lot more precisely than we did in 97. So you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You can only hope that things get better, and we don't go down this path of, like Christoph said, the AI, that we don't want AI to overtake us. We still want the humans to be in control, right? We don't want AI for us to automatically say, oh, AI will take care of it. AI will do this and this. Because even I tell my wife all the time, we either use Google Maps or the Apple Maps, and we rely on that so much, right? So you're going down the road and you just punch it in, but you don't know if you're going east, west, north, or south. And when I went to on vacation, I was in Colorado. So we drove all the way out to Colorado, and I punched in some information on where we wanted to go. I think it was some antique place, right? It's taken me, and so luckily I have a sense of direction. So I'm in Columbus. We're going through Columbus, and it's taken me north. And I'm saying, I know where this place is. It's south of Columbus, but the map system, and it's telling me, go north, get on this road. And I just had to shut everything off, and I just had to pull off to the side of the road and collect myself and say, okay, where am I? Which way do I want to go? So you can't just willy-nilly follow. You have to have some kind of semblance on where you're going, I guess. And that's what I'm worried about AI. People will rely too much on it, and we will just, I don't know, just say that, oh yeah, this is the gospel, and so I think we still have to keep the wits about ourselves and have some kind of knowledge on what is going on, and be able to use that in conjunction with what the computer will be telling you.